We begin with breaking news now at 9 o'clock. The U.S. House rejects the President-elect Trump-backed funding deal. There are now just 27 hours until the government partially shuts down. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight for DC News Now. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. That vote happening just a short time ago, around 7 tonight. Let's take a live look right now at Capitol Hill, where House Speaker Mike Johnson says he is not deterred, telling reporters Congress will get a bill passed by tomorrow night's deadline. Now, this Trump-backed legislation wasn't even close, failing 174 to 235, with dozens of Republicans either voting against or just not voting at all. There were also 2 Democrats who were in favor of the bill. Speaker Johnson says that he is now committed to cutting, quote, hundreds of billions of dollars of wasteful spending out of the federal budget, while the Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries calling the New Deal laughable and says Democrats are sticking with the original proposal from earlier this week.
All right, so with the bill failing, the future of the RFK Stadium site now remains uncertain. A provision to give D.C. control of the site was left out of that new bill today. Still unclear if it'll be part of any new funding agreement. Now, back and forth over who will control the federal land RFK Stadium sits on, that continues.
That's right. And DC News Now's Max Marcilla joining us now live. What's going to happen now? So much uncertainty.
There really is, Chris and Susan. Your guess is as good as mine, because this is a real problem, clearly bigger than just the stadium. The negotiations over that entire bill, they are still going on now. But as it stands for RFK and the Commanders, well, this bill could be a game changer whichever way it does end up going. It's a game of congressional back and forth as dramatic as last week's Commanders game. And both battles have a major impact on the football franchise's future.
We feel like we have the best site. It is the longtime home for the team, a successful team.
Just one day after celebrating a plan that would have given D.C. administrative control of the RFK Stadium site, a reversal, a major blow for the district and Commanders fans hoping for their team's return to the city. A new bill that would not give D.C. control over the land. Earlier Thursday, Mayor Muriel Bowser explaining without this legislation passing in this spending bill, it probably will need to start from scratch.
I don't know if there's another path this session, and we don't want to start all over. We've done all we're supposed to do, and this is the vehicle that has been identified and agreed to by Democrats and Republicans.
But the first plan was never brought up for a vote. The second one failed. So what's next? Well, we need to see what's in the next proposal. No guarantee it includes the transfer of the RFK land. If it does, and if it passes, of course, D.C. can start a plan to develop the area. But if it doesn't, these fans may have to root for a Hail Mary. And that countdown continues. As you guys mentioned, the government will shut down unless a deal is reached by midnight tomorrow. Live in the studio, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
Okay, a lot happening. We'll see what happens in the next 24 hours or so. Max, thanks for the update. All right, a lot happening in the weather department as well.
I know. I feel like we're going to get whiplash from the constant changes we've had throughout this week, Janessa.
Yeah, we're going to be okay. As we go into Friday, we do have another change, and it doesn't come with sunshine. We were hoping for a sunny Friday, right? And we are going to start to see increasing clouds along with a rain and snow. Yeah, that S word, snow, is back in the mix for our western communities. Let's make that very clear. DC metro area could see a few flakes flying tomorrow morning, but all in all, we will stay on kind of that warm sector, the temperature profile in the 40s. So really, it will be a rain situation. Here's that storm system right now across the Great Lakes. Freezing rain coming down at O'Hare. And so major delays if you have a flight out that way tomorrow morning into the afternoon. 30s across the board. Look how inland DC is. And so we're into the 40s. It is a little bit milder. Tomorrow, it's a cloudy start to your day before that storm system starts to reappear across our entire region. Have more of that forecast. It's coming up.
All right, Janessa. We have a new video of Real Housewives of Potomac star Karen Hurger's moments after her drunk driving crash. Now, she was convicted Wednesday in Montgomery County, now facing up to 2 years in jail. DC News Now's Ben Dennis joining us live outside of that police station where Hugher was taken back in March. And Ben, this body camera video really gives us some colorful details from what happened that night.
That's right. The police precinct is actually just a few miles away in downtown Bethesda, but it was right here on site in the Avenel neighborhood back in March that Karen Hugher The star of Real Housewives of the Potomac crashed on scene. The grass still has some skid marks in it. Some of the tree bark gone. Video of the scary and sad situation. Well, it could mean that Huger's behind bars for 2 years.
Your car is on fire. You're not going over there.
I'm not drunk.
You're hammered.
Tonight, a first look at Real Housewives of Potomac cast member Karen Huger after a DUI crash in March.
Get me your driver's license, please.
No.
The reality TV star now found guilty of several charges after crashing her Maserati, left crumbled, crossing a median, taking out street signs, and hitting a tree on Oakland Drive. Montgomery County authorities releasing the video now that her trial is over. First, showing the moment she's offered medical care in an ambulance.
We're just gonna check you out.
Huger said she just left a friend's house, her husband Raymond trying to get his wife to cooperate with police.
And I'm assuming that you had like a couple of beers or something
Yes,
like
that's
that.
all I had.
Photos show a Stella beer bottle inside the car. Huger put in handcuffs and arrested for suspicion of DUI.
I know what you will not do is tell me what I can
All right,
do.
Chad, want to play shot?
The ride to the police station documented too.
I should have probably taken a cab.
You probably should have taken a cab, yes.
Do you know who I am?
I do not.
You do?
I do not.
Well, I'm the Real Housewives of Potomac. They call me the Grand Dame.
The Grand Dame?
I don't know what the that's about. And they call me that.
When they arrived to the police station,
You know I hate you, right?
What?
Do you know who I am?
I don't.
Oh, God.
That's what I thought.
I'm lit.
Yes, you are lit.
I'm extremely rich. I'm extremely
You're just gonna
intelligent.
read-
I am Thomas Jefferson's concubine.
Now, you may be wondering why Huger was riding in the front seat of that police cruiser. Well, Montgomery County Police said, quote, it's common practice for officers to transport people in the front of a car if they don't have a car with a rear cage that's available. Sentencing, that's scheduled for January the 29th. In Potomac, Maryland, Ben Dennis, DC News Now.
In the district, D.C. police say a man stole an Amazon delivery van before crashing it into a home you can see here in Northeast. It happened earlier today on 2nd Street near Bryant Street. Police say the man jumped into that van while the driver was out delivering packages. He then crashed it into a house and hit a gas meter. Firefighters say nobody was hurt. The Washington gas crews were on scene for hours.
New tonight, some key lawmakers getting a classified briefing on the recent onslaught of drone sightings, including Virginia Senators Mark Warner and Tim Kaine and Governor Glenn Youngkin. Now, we've been reporting on these recent sightings, especially the ones that are happening in our community. The FAA has even created new restricted airspace in 22 different counties in New Jersey that's also seen these sightings. Following today's briefing, the 3 Virginia leaders putting out a statement saying in part, quote, this briefing was insufficient and unsatisfactory, adding the lack of answers about the nature, intent, and origin of these incidents is completely unacceptable. The safety of Virginians remains our top priority, and we are determined to continue pressing for additional details. We will have more on these sightings that are happening here in the DMV coming up in our next half hour.
Meanwhile, there are safety concerns for bicyclists on busy roads in Northwest D.C. New bollards have been installed in the middle of New Jersey Avenue and Truxton Circle, but some say it's actually making things much worse. D.C. News Now's Daniel Herrenberg live along New Jersey Avenue tonight near Morgan Street. So, Daniel, what's the issue with them?
Well, Chris, somebody died here last year. You can see this ghost bike that's just a remnant of what was. And in the middle is where these yellow bollards have been installed. But you can see right here in this bike lane, there are no bollards. And that's where bicyclists say they're being endangered because cars are moving further over.
As a cyclist that lives on the street and uses the lane, I've been pushed out of the lane repeatedly, a lot of times where I have to physically bang on the car windows to keep it from happening.
1 year ago today, a bicyclist was riding north on New Jersey Avenue when a car speeding southbound crossed into the northbound lanes and began turning left onto Morgan Street. The bicyclist was hit, and the following week, he died from his injuries. In response, DDOT just installed these yellow bollards to prevent that from happening again. But neighbor Justin Shimashko says it's not helping.
The cars avoid those see that truck right there? He's across the line. Now we've got cars in both lanes moving over. And when the left-hand lane moves over, the right-hand lane has to move over.
During our interview, we saw numerous cars inch into the bike lane.
Yeah, so see, there's already a car in the lane behind her.
Parts of New Jersey Avenue have bollards for the bike lane, but not this section, just south of Morgan Street.
I took videos before they put the pylons in, and they were getting like maybe 10% of the cars. Now we're over 50% of the cars are in the bike lane.
A DDOT engineer emailed him today.
They said they're going to somehow put magical pylons in this spot that don't block those parking spots, but they haven't explained to anyone how they're going to do it. And they also said that they already have them ready to install, but there was apparently a weather issue and they couldn't do the installation.
Shimashko wants to see change so he and others don't get hit.
I did reach out to DDOT for a response. They said they're working on it, but I have not heard back yet. We're live in Northwest. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Okay, Daniel, thanks for that update. Meanwhile, it's been a dead end for months, but tonight Prince George's County Police looking to crack a cold case murder of a 16-year-old boy in Oxon Hill. Investigators were in the Glass Manor neighborhood. They were door knocking and speaking with neighbors searching for any new clues. In April, police say DeMarco Bradford was shot and killed on Kennebec Street. Nobody has been arrested, and police are optimistic somebody will come forward with a tip.
So we're hopeful that after we knock on some doors and speak with some folks that somebody saw or heard or knows something that maybe they didn't bring forward before that we can track down and hopefully make an arrest in this case and an indictment.
Well, anyone with information about this case is asked to call the Prince George's County Police Department.